they've caught themselves out. Targeted individuals reading, going to be using a mixture of the Hermetic Tarot deck and then the What's the Tea. If you want a personalised reading, guaranteed same day recorded. These are now available. They are now on sale as well in my winter sale. So get them in. If you think you're a targeted individual, get them in. We'll see what's going on. Right. They've caught themselves out. Right, so bottom of the deck, let's start with that. Ten of Wands in the reverse, Lord of Oppression. This oppression that has been following you around, this oppression, suppression, abuse, lust, power, greed that has been following you around, devil energy, it's coming to an end. And it's because somebody's caught themselves out. Chariot, Lord of the Triumph of Light. I'm just going to go for the quote there, right? Light is prevailing over the darkness, right? This person, and I do feel it's an individual, they might be part of a bigger network. You have to excuse me, I'm really tired. They've caught themselves out. Now, what it feels like is that they've done something or they've manipulated someone into trying to get what they want. And it feels a little bit like they've gone around telling people they're going to react in this way and you haven't done. You've gone, fuck this. You know what I mean? 1, 2, 3 on the timer, I just saw that. And because you've not reacted in the, I want to say in the way that they've promised, right? This person is so egotistical. This person is such an egomaniac that they've pretty much said, right, I guarantee that this person will behave in this way because this is what they're like, and you haven't. You haven't. So it's making people question the validity of what comes out of this person's mouth, right? Because it feels like this person likes to put themselves on a pedestal. This person likes to make out that they're something that they're not. And by the fact that they've quite aggressively, for want of a better phrase, gone on the attack about you to other people, and then you've not reacted in the way that they've told everybody that you are going to react, you know, how you are going to react to the situation, it's making people are questioning, well, why would you say that if you were so confident, you know? And I feel like not only has it been part of the kind of game plan to try and kind of pull you down, it's also making people see this person for who they truly are. You know, they're not the fountain of all knowledge. Half of what they say is a lie, right? 3 of Cups at the bottom, Lord of Abundance. You've got abundance coming in, okay? 3 of Wands, Lord of established strength. You're building on that strength. You're finding yourself stronger every day, despite the adversity, despite the oppression. You're getting stronger every day. Death card in the reverse. Child of the great transformers, right? So death card in the reverse for me talks about either self-imposed death card, which I think that you do. I think you're cutting people off. You've got to that point where you just say enough's enough. I'm not gonna pander to people. I'm not gonna help people if they're not gonna help me. You know what I mean? It's very much got an energy of that. This one's come back. I did clock it a moment ago. Princess of the Swords, Princess of the Rushing Winds. So what it feels like is I feel like this attacker is in their feminine energy, and I feel like you've stopped this kind of rush because it feels like a lot of what's been going off has been based on rumours and lies. 5 of Cups, Lord of Loss in Pleasure. So this card for me, if you follow me, you'll know this already. Because we've got the inverted pentacle there, and it's targeting down on 1 cup. I think this has yet again been an attempted siphoning that we've been dealing with. I feel like this person knows and clocked quite early on the energy that you have within you. I feel like they've tried to manipulate a situation to try and get you on board so they could continue to siphon that energy off you. Yeah, and they're just not very nice. The sad fact is, and I'm going to use this word, hoodwinked. They've hoodwinked a lot of people. They've painted themselves to be something that they're not. A lot of people around them, be it that they're close or not, um, not everybody's going to like this person. You know what I mean? You know, we all get on with different people, you know, accordingly. So people aren't stupid, but I feel like for a lot of them, the ego's kicked in and that pride's kicked in, so that they're kind of going, yeah, but then yeah, but this, yeah, but that. Okay, this person's getting bad karma, right? Let's switch to what's the T. Okay, don't let them allow you. Don't let them to allow you to wreck your own abundance. Okay, bad habits. I'm not saying the first part. Repeating mistakes can't break the loop. This is what you're being warned of, right? It's time to break the cycle. It's time to break the loop, because at the moment it's becoming a bit of a kind of bad habit that you're allowing this energy in and around you. Because all that's going to do is it's going to, you know, don't get me wrong, if you cut people off and whatever, you know, you can kind of keep your peace that way. But until you start to disconnect from the bad habits attached to the situation, you know, checking social media, blah, 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 it's going to linger on. I don't think it's going to be there forever, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's going to linger on, and why waste your time? Legal issues, facing court matters, paperwork and delays, dealing with authority. Right, this person's got some kind of legal issues coming up. As always, it can be something as simple as a parking ticket, speeding fine, etc. But yeah, they've got that coming their way. Love triangle, third party involved, torn between two or multiple lovers. I think that this person, I think that they're within a love triangle of sorts with somebody who they've convinced is their person. They're not. Um, yeah, I feel like they're kind of tied up in this. I feel like there's something else going off in the background. Clues to who this person is, they're probably going to be traveling soon. Love on the brain, lost in fantasy, can't stop thinking of them, love that never left. Now, what that reminds me of, and this happens a lot in the spiritual community, is that when people start to astrally travel or connect with higher energies, they forget that they're here living the human experience and they've got a role or mission to get on with. And this person's forgotten because they're just lost in fantasyland. Now, yeah, what tends to happen, and I've known a few people who've gone this way. They understand and they start to crack astral travel, but they only ever want to go to the nice places. Love and light. I'm going to go to the nice places, and because the nice places are better than here on prisoner cell block Earth, um, they don't want to come down. So they stay out there floating around in the ether, thinking everything's all nice as pie, and they miss their role, they miss their mission. It's got an air of that to it, okay, but you're too busy winning, right? This person's going to be bankrupt sooner enough. They're a spiritual hater, mad you're glowing up, thinks your magic is fake, low vibes only, right? They want to be boss steady, stable, rich business owner, CEO, big dick energy, right? They're loitering on fake accounts, but yet again, this one keeps coming out. You're on your way to your jackpot. This person can't touch you. Okay, everything that is owed will be coming towards you, but it's time to sever those links and those cords, right? I'm being told don't utter or breathe their name. Allow them to disappear into the background, right? That war is done. That fight is over. This person won't ever see the errors of their ways because they're so arrogant that would mean admitting that they were wrong, and they ain't going to do that.